So today on June 26th, I had planned to go back to Nathan Little's courtroom and see if he once again tried to prevent me from recording, which is my right under Rule 12. I had a Zoom call conflict come up in the middle of the day and would make it kind of infeasible to record his courtroom for any length of time. So I passed. I'm going to do that sometime next week probably. But that gave me a little time this morning to look at what happened on April 8th, when WLWT and WXIX requested to record under Rule 12 in front of Nathan Little, versus what happened on June 6th, when I requested to record in front of Judge Nathan Little. So the cases that WLWT and WXIX were trying to record related to a gentleman named Christopher Longnecker. And here is an excerpt from the WLWT news story that appeared on April 8th, 2025.
Christopher Longnecker was arrested during a fire in Bethel. Ohio State Highway Patrol say he was trying to get into a burning trailer where his son lived, but first responders wouldn't let him, leading to a fight. And police say Longnecker was arrested after he struggled with deputies, leading to one of them cutting their arm on a piece of glass. Neighbors tell WLWT that Longnecker lived in that home and was trying to get inside. He was charged with assault, causing physical harm to an officer, resisting arrest, and misconduct at an emergency. He's currently serving an 8-month sentence, but today in court with Longnecker there, his attorneys requested he be credited with almost 3.5 months of time served.
So now let's jump to June 6, 2025, when I submitted a request to record and got a lecture from Clermont GOP loyalist Judge Nathan Little that two things needed to happen: that I needed to fill out a request for each separate case file, and that he would need to conduct a little hearing on each of my requests to see if everybody was okay with being recorded.
The rule of superintendents is pretty clear that the written order of the judge shall be made a part of the record of the proceedings. And so today, as a clear trial setting, we have 24 cases today. And so essentially how this is going to work is you're going to need to fill out a form for every single file I hear this morning. I'm going to have to hear that application prior to your permission to record each one of these cases. Everybody else has rights here this morning as well. And so I'm going to have to go over with every single attorney, every single defendant, witness, and victim in each of these cases to see if they are going to have any objection to being recorded.
So now let's jump back to April 8th, 2025, where both WLWT and WXIX submitted Rule 12 requests to record that had more than one case file listed on the form, something that Judge Nathan Little told me on June 6th was not permitted. In addition, in the audio, the court-taken audio of the hearing, there is no reference whatsoever to the request to record. Judge Nathan Little never has any hearing to determine if anybody has an objection to being recorded.
Hi, good morning. Are you Mr. Longnecker?
I am.
All right, good morning. All right, this is State of Ohio versus Christopher Longnecker. This is 2023 CRB 2676. This matter is set before the court today for a motion that's been filed with the court. Let the record reflect that the defendant is present and is represented by Mr. Kelm from the Public Defender's Office. Mr. Gass is here on behalf of the State of Ohio. All right, so Mr. Kelm, this is your motion here today. I would just ask for you to go over exactly what it is you're requesting of the court, and then Mr. Gass, you'll have an opportunity to respond.
So there you have it. There are clearly different rules for Chris Hicks and probably for you than there were for WXIX and WLWT. It is embarrassing, and this court continues to be an embarrassment. Let's not forget that in summer of 2023, a sex scandal came to light that was being covered up by the court itself. Judge Jesse Cramig was nailing his hot assistant in and out of the courthouse. It was covered up with the complicity of Judge Jason Nagel and Court Administrator Stephanie Boyer.
I said, I'm not talking to you about this right now. And he's like, Stephanie's like, I have fucked my life up. And so I told him that I went to her house, what Hunter said. He's like, okay. So we...
Judge Craven tells you this?
Yes. So we go to our meeting with the probation officer, and as soon as that was over, he and I and Judge Nagel sat down, and he told Judge Nagel.
But even after the cover-up, Cramig couldn't keep it in his pants. That's how above the law these people feel. And I caught him in a park with his hot assistant the next summer, in the summer of 2024. Now we have 2 new judges that have never been elected and are up for election in November with no opposition. Nathan Little and Katie Terpstra. And they are political hacks. And what Nathan Little did here is nothing but political hackery. This has got to be exposed. It has got to be exposed because right now, defendants in the municipal court in Clermont County don't have the advantage of being able to get a lot of different lawyers because there's a lot of lawyers that won't even practice in our municipal court because of a sense that it is rigged in the back room and it's written for the home team, the party loyalist and the prosecutor office loyalist. Remember, Nathan Little is a party loyalist. Katie Terpstra is a prosecutor office loyalist.